Club Random Podcast. My goat Bill Maher is at it again.
What about their prime minister? Are we allowed to talk about that?
Of course, you can talk about anything. That's what I love about this.
I really think that he knows if, God forbid, he steps down or the war is over, he's in jail.
I mean, that's possible, and we hear that a lot. I mean, it's interesting.
I believe it to my core.
Yeah, well, you don't know what's, I mean, that could be the case. You don't know what's in a person's heart. Whether that's true or not, you can still be supportive of the decisions he's making, which I am.
Okay.
It's very naive, I think, that this could go any other way.
Right.
And any other country in the world would not be expected to act any differently. If you get attacked, you get to fight back. And the war doesn't end when you start fighting back, which they always want with Israel.
Bill Maher presenting himself as a guy who's like anti all religion, only to actively commit himself to a fucking theocratic ethno state is the funniest thing. Okay, this guy is supposed to be like, the atheist. I hate all religion. I hate all religion. Okay, I'm Bill Maher. Religion is stupid, and if you believe it, you're stupid. Except I love the theocratic ethno state that is an apartheid on a good day and doing genocide on a bad day, because they're doing it to other religious people that I hate a lot more. I'm Bill Maher. It's so funny.
Somebody,
You know what? A lot of what you're saying is true. However,
All of it.
I think that, there are parents, there are families that are hurting because the hostages are not.
yes, and it's the
primary.
job of a statesman and a leader and a prime minister to think long term and not just short term. Like if they don't,
Thanks, Bill Maher. He definitely calls himself culturally Christian. Yeah, he is so, his dick riding of Israel is crazy, okay? It is crazy.
eliminate Hamas,
They're
then
not going to eliminate Hamas. Hamas is an idea, not a group of people.
that's a bullshit thing.
It's not.
What do you mean? That's literally, he's right. Listen to the Fonz, dipshit.
Bullshit.
Well, let me tell you something. They've said that for years. I just read, I think, Sam Harris on this, and he said it right.
I know Sam.
Okay, great.
like
love
Sam.
Sam. Great. I'm
Yeah.
glad we both do.
Yeah.
And he said this thing we've heard a lot of times. You can't kill an idea. He said, well, we did after World War II.
His entire career revolves around being a condescending, smarmy, pervy, alcoholic, Catholic, former Catholic, atheist asshole.
Let's not pretend that you can't actually get to the root of this. It is difficult.
I'm not pretending.
No, no, no,
I
but-
truly believe
No,
that in
you will
this
not-
particular case,
You will not.
you don't think that all those people that are now homeless and their families are destroyed, you don't think that they are now
I think you have to make
Hamas
calculation.
again?
Of course, absolutely. That is going to
And we
happen.
got to kill him dead even harder. Thank you, Bill. Like, Winkler's attitude here is just like not even born out of ideology, and it's just pure empathy. Okay? You don't have to be like a brilliant person. Not saying that Winkler isn't, right? But like, you literally don't have to be the smartest, most well-read person to look at a situation like this and just be like, I think common sense in this circumstance implies that, like, if you fucking lock people into this area and bomb the fuck out of them, they're probably going to develop resentment towards you and want to fight their way out of that situation. Super basic empathy. If anything, it's common sense, but if anything, it's actually ideology that oftentimes clouds that basic empathy. Ideology, on the other hand, is what is motivating Bill Maher in his refusal to acknowledge the humanity of Palestinians.
happen. You are also
So
recruiting.
you want to kill
Okay, we're
every
talking.
human being?
No. Is that what I said?
No, but I think it is what you were leading to.
No, it is certainly not what I'm leading to. What I'm saying
If we
is,
kill enough of them, we're going to end Hamas.
I didn't say that either.
I think you.
Like,
did.
No, I didn't. You
Okay.
said it.
You want to play it back?
Yeah, I
I
didn't.
didn't say that.
I didn't say
I
that.
did not say if you kill enough of them, the Hamas is
No,
over.
what I said was the idea that you can't kill an idea.
Oh,
is-
that's what I said.
Yeah, that's what I was objecting to.
Right.
And I was quoting Sam talking
Right.
about the fact that
You
after
know, World War II, we
II,
did not kill
uh,
Nazism.
yeah, we did.
We-
Except
yeah,
for
Ha! Fucking owned, bitch. Shut up. Sit your bitch ass down. You just got schooled, okay? You got schooled. Winkler is 100% on the money. Shut your bitch ass up, okay? An adult is talking. A knowledgeable adult is talking. The GOAT, the Fonz, okay? The Fonz is talking. Bill Maher said, yeah, we killed Nazism. Oh, really? Really? We did? That's crazy. Because if I recall correctly, if I know my American history, we definitely didn't do that. We exported a bunch of them, okay? We took a bunch of the scientists and we're like, yo, you guys are doing some sick work, okay? We're going to need to use this against the Russians, inevitably. That's number one, Operation Paperclip. Number two, the Nazis, like the generals that were important members, like not even like the Hitler naysayers, okay? Like straight up all the way until the end, pro-Adolf Hitler generals became figureheads of NATO, okay? We put them in charge of West Germany, and then we put them in charge of NATO. So no, not only did we not eradicate Nazism as an ideology, we literally were like, actually, this is a really fucking valuable tool that we can use against a much scarier problem, communism.
Like a moment. It's back almost in every country.
Back in a tiny fringe.
Oh,
No, it's not a tiny fringe.
I mean, if you expect perfection,
I don't expect the perfection.
Well, then it's a silly argument.
I believe. Well, that's not true.
Well, there's a lot of anti-Semitism, and that comes from people like Hamas.
Yeah, I see.
So, I mean, again, when you're a leader, you have to think long term.
Right.
If you don't know, they've prosecuted this war for 11 months, as we're recording this in September
Right.
of 2024.
Like, bro, if there are literal neo-Nazi protests happening all around the country, okay? All around the country, all the time. And you got the president saying neo-Nazi shit, okay? And then you look to like they, them, non-binary, okay, septum piercing having English majors, who many of them are also Jewish, protesting against the Israeli apartheid at fucking college campuses. And you go, that's the real anti-Semitism? You are such a freak. Like, you are so far removed from objective reality that I don't even know how we can have a normal conversation, okay? Turn on Twitter and look to what people are saying on there for 3.5 seconds, and you will realize that, oh boy, and no, it is not coming from the progressive anti-Israel and anti-Zionist protesters, okay? That is crazy.
You have to think in terms of long-term and numbers. Like those 100 people, we wouldn't want anyone to die, but what if we let Hamas off the hook and then it gets worse and 10,000 die? That's how...
10,000...
Well, in the future. In other words, if they are able to stage...
That's why Israel has to continue its genocide is an insane argument to make. Holy fuck. It's crazy. If you want Hamas to perish in prominence and in influence, okay, then you have to eliminate the apartheid. That's it. If the apartheid goes away, then there is no resistance to the apartheid.
More attacks.
I see. 10,000 more Israelis.
You've gone this far for 11 months. Mm-hmm. And my question to people who have this argument is always, do you know what's going on really underneath Gaza in all the tunnels and how close they are?
I do not know.
I don't either. But you know who does know? The Israeli Defense Force. Now.
Oh, yeah. No, they're the position of authority. They know better. Of course, typical fucking liberal Democrat shit. Oh, Kamala Harris cannot possibly have bad instincts. They just know better. That's why they're moving in a certain direction. Liberals love thinking that they are intellectually superior to like MAGA people, right? And in some respects, like their empathy on a lot of issues, as long as the Democratic Party is not positioning themselves against said issues, is on the right side of history, okay? But they have the exact same fundamental, almost Mormon style attitude towards positions of authority that like the fucking MAGA people have, which is, oh, well, they must know better. They must know better. They know, they're the adults. They know better. I trust them.
Then you're very morally confused.
I have to.
Are you watching the same footage I'm watching?
He's like, there's nothing else you can say. It's like, are you insane? Like, are you Are you mentally there? Because this is one of the most shocking things. At this point, you have to be deliberately avoiding the truth. You know what I mean? Like, or you just enjoy it. Like, you see the carnage and you enjoy it and you justify it in your mind. Because someone like Bill Maher, I don't think he has not seen what is going on. You know what I mean? Like, I could say that about like some guy who's like, who's the president? I don't know. You know, there's plenty of guys like that out there, right? The undecided voters, the median voter who's like, who's this Trump guy? Tell me more about him. They watch the Aiden Ross stream and go, what's up with this Trump guy? Who is he again? Okay. Maybe there's a guy like that out there. And that guy probably hasn't seen anything. Okay. Like, totally different planet that they're existing on. They do not see a single damn thing. And even if they saw it, they wouldn't understand it. Okay. Bill Maher is not like that guy. He's tapped in. He has producers. He has a show talking about, you know, popular culture. There are things on this planet that are worse than what Israel's doing to the Palestinians. Okay. But I don't think any of those instances are as like entitled and as arrogant and as in your face, if that makes sense.
You think they are trying to kill civilians?
I think that it is indiscriminate.
That's what war is.
Okay.
War becomes that. There is no war you can name that didn't. Sherman burned Atlanta to the ground.
The problem is Israel is a belligerent occupier. There is never a war like this, because this is not a war. It's a genocide, dumb fuck. What war do you have where the belligerent on one side literally has the exact zip code and phone number of every single person whose house they're bombing? Like, do you think Americans had that? Do you think Americans had like a way of communicating to the fucking Germans when they were doing Dresden? Like, hey, you need to leave your house. We're going to bomb it. Like, they knew every single place where like civilians were living. Do you think that that's what happened? No. Although that was a war crime, which is why we literally changed the rules, for the record, after the fact, because they were like, that was not great. What we did there wasn't great. We should probably never do it again. Okay. Which is crazy that people like defend that shit too, which is wild. These are people who are captive. They are held captive in an area that they cannot fucking leave voluntarily. And they're being relentlessly bombed. And the areas that they claim they're not going to bomb, they bomb anyway. And the areas they claim they're not going to bomb, it actually gets smaller and smaller.
Ground.
Right.
And it wasn't just the military people
Right.
he was killing. It's a shame, but again, there's a very simple solution to this. Stop attacking Israel.
Right.
Jews used to know this.
Right. Okay.
Still love you.
I love you.
Okay.
I have
I'm
no
glad we can
judgment
talk.
about your point of view.
Great. And I not of yours.
I just
I don't think he agrees with him at all. Judging by what he said in the first 6 minutes and 42 seconds of this conversation, I think it just seems like he's just trying to stop talking about this.
disagree.
Maybe I'm reading too much into it. That's cowardly from Henry. No, dog. He's like a 70-year-old Hollywood actor. Okay. He is practicing what I wish cops would on a regular basis, called de-escalation. Okay. He noticed at a certain point, I think, around here, when he said, you must not be seeing the same things I'm seeing, that he was not talking to a man, but a brick wall. And he was like, well, there's not really anything else I can say to a fucking brick wall, a dude who is just psychopathic.
a little bit with what you're saying.
Yeah, that's okay.
I don't think that the head of Israel at this moment is a soulful human being.
That may be true too. I didn't say he wasn't, and I didn't say
Right.
even that he might not be doing what you suggested he might be doing. What I was saying is, even if those things are true, it could also be true that this is the correct policy.
But Bill, of course, does not want to stop. Bill's like, no, let's dive back into it.